H3 double down. If you're an H3 fan, and I know for a fact there are H3 fans that were disappointed with Ethan Klein's actions, join me, okay? You don't have to watch H3. You can watch somebody who's smack talking H3 instead, okay? Besides, you watch H3 anyway by watching me, okay? So, you know, there's also that part. Okay.
Much time would need to have passed after you distanced yourself from someone before people stop asking you to comment on every news scandal or controversy that person is embroiled in? I distanced myself from Destiny, I believe, in January, so it's been 8 months. And these people still feel like it's relevant to ask for my input or opinion about the newest Destiny thing. How much time needs to...
In case you guys are not caught up, because I know that when I watched Destiny, I didn't really care about any other Orbiter except for Destiny himself, right? Or anything like that. Can you play Expedition 33? No, there are people who still haven't played it, and I don't really want to spoil it or anything. So yeah. But I just want to say, like, again, it just seems like to me that, again, these anti-fans are going after Orbiters of Destiny in order to get them to disavow Destiny, even though they're not even Orbiters at this point, right? So, like, for example, Counterpoints is an Orbiter. He's been brigaded by Queeman fans and H3 fans, and not H3 fans, just Queeman fans, other anti-fans, and Kiwi farmers being asked to disavow Destiny, and then him being one guyed by like some shitter in the chat. People who are not even Orbiters of Destiny anymore, like Hutch, right? Hutch, whose politics simply that he shares with Destiny, but he isn't even associated with Destiny himself. The fact that like even he cannot get a break from any of them at all. Like he's being brought back to the Destiny drama, right? Even though, like, again, there is no evidence of association outside of them both being social democrats and, you know, progressive liberals, I guess. But, you know, what can you really do, right?
To pass, guys? Is it a year? Is it 2 years? Is it 5 years? Like, how long is this gonna? How long before people feel like I'm not a necessary? That my response to whatever new scandal just dropped is a necessary thing. Like, how long will it have to take? You tell me. The other thing too is that the amount of times that Hassan collaborated with Destiny was more in the short time that he was a Destiny Orbiter than all of the times that I ever collaborated with Destiny. If you tallied up all the times that I ever collaborated with Destiny, it'd probably be like, I don't even know what the number would be. 9, 10, 11 maybe times. I don't know. It's not, you might be able to count it on two hands. Hassan and Destiny were collaborating like all the time. At the start of Hassan's career online, it was well over 10 times that they collaborated, right? So like,
you're right. You should ask Hassan to disavow Destiny, okay? Hassan, quickly delete the nudes of Destiny on your phone. Kidding. Joking.
Like, how come I'm catching strays? Why are you calling me a Destiny Orbiter when I haven't spoken to him in 8 months? And then people, like, now I'm getting off on a little bit of a tangent. Let me bring up a couple clips that people are showing at me. I would just want to give you guys some context. This clip about the Destiny situation. Jesus. This clip that Ogre Boy posted in my mentions yesterday.
8 months already? Yeah, like ever since then, like 50 trillion people left Destiny. I mean, I'll give praise to Ab and Preach for releasing a video that is like defending Destiny for once, instead of joining in on the dog pile. But yeah, you know, they seem to know like what kind of group dynamics are happening here, you know? Yeah.
This was from, I don't remember how long ago. It was like, I don't know, month and a half, 2 months maybe? I don't know. And I don't closely follow the court case with Destiny and Pixie. But I had some people spamming certain things in my replies. Like, this is the thing about talking about...
I don't know how true that is. I believe that Hutch... Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure he's not lying, but like the thing is that I'm pretty sure Hutch has read the filings before, I think. At least one of them, at the very least. Just mainly because when Hutch and I talked, he basically said that, yeah, I have seen the filing before, or something like that. He said something of that sort, but yeah.
Destiny in any capacity. Because if you talk about him neutrally, then you're going to get heat from, like, the Destiny haters, like the like hardcore Hassan supporters that are also Destiny haters, whose I didn't even know about this corner of the internet, but there's a whole community of people whose entire personality is just like going into people's mentions and trying to do like a guilt by a...
No, I didn't pre-watch this. It's because I watched enough Hutch to predict every single word he's ever gonna say, okay?
Association Destiny thing. So if they see you as connected to Destiny in any kind of way, they show up in your mentions and will accuse you of like the craziest things. Like this
I feel like Hutch is slowly becoming another Destiny. I'm not saying this in the sense that, you know, Hutch is like defending Destiny or something like that, but like if you notice, Hutch is like going through the same fucking arcs, right? Except he's on like a fucking fast track, right? Because first of all, Hutch is discovering that lefties fucking suck, they're deranged, and he's having his own fucking anti-lefty arc, right? And Hutch is also going through an arc where he's discovering these unhinged anti-fans and these people who are just totally obsessed with hating this one thing, right? Like the thing is that it's just kind of funny to me how Hutch is like discovering all of these things by himself without prompting from any other people. He's just like discovering this naturally, you know. It's very cool and epic, I guess. But yeah, I hope that Hutch realizes that you know, Queeman, aka one of the people that was that Hutch was disappointed by and Hutch dislikes now, has raided Pisco constantly, all right, in order to groom Pisco into becoming a Destiny anti-fan. So, you know, hopefully, you know, I don't trust Pisco. Pisco is too blinded by his own ego to notice. But, you know, Hutch, you know, okay.
Just look at my mentions. This is just from today. And this is happening every day. Can you guys read that? This is happening this is one guy in the span of 1 minute leaving 4 replies to me in 4 different threads of mine. This guy showed up in my mentions in the span of 1 minute. He says, "Why do you love defending files? Why is 80% of Hutch's output defending war criminals and files? Hutch is a file defender, one of Destiny's strongest soldiers. This guy has incessantly promoted a file sex criminal who told IDF how to wokely do war crimes on his paid Israel tour. Fuck you, Hutch. You're a disgusting pig." Now, when I tell you guys, these people are in my replies every day. Every single day. Their whole personality is...
If you also, like, the reason why lots of content creators don't give them any attention is because, like, if you ever read the Kiwi Farms thread, a lot of them is, like, legitimately bragging about, like, how they got, like, some content creators' attention, or they got some kind of, you know... They were like, did you see how mad Hutch was? Did you see how mad Willie Mack was when when I was leaving so much hate? They finally blocked me. When they blocked me, I came. I was edging for hours. Yeah, like it's so unhinged. It's crazy. I know.
The war between Destiny and Hassan, and they're like these digital soldiers.
By the way, the reason why I bait is because I need content, okay? That's it. Okay, you're welcome.
Doing their duties by showing up and smearing people by trying to tie them to Destiny. And so there's a couple clips that these people point to make the case that I'm...
Okay, just also I want to clarify, okay, to any new watchers here, okay? I don't think Destiny is, like, I don't think you can say Destiny is 100% innocent either. You can't say that unless, like, official, like, investigation reports come out, or, like, actually from the authorities in some kind, right? Like, or whatever. The thing is that, like, I can understand, you know, just don't tie yourself down when you're, like, arguing with anti-fans. First of all, it's not even worth it. Second of all, like, don't tie yourself down by doubling down on how innocent Destiny is or something, okay? It's, you are arguing from a way better position when you can at least acknowledge that Destiny is guilty to some degree, but he's not as guilty as they're painting him out to be, right? That's just so much better as an argument. You don't have to fight on every hill, right? Anyway.
Still a Destiny orbiter, which is hilarious because, and we've talked...
Don't forget that H3 is very lawsuit happy, so be careful watching a slot. Listen, all right? My goal is never to take views away from H3, okay? In fact, if anything, I'll link his very video in the fucking chat, okay? Just to show I'm not trying to do that. With that being said, Is H3 completely fucking feckless? Yes. Is H3 a sack of shit? Yes. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I mean, there you go. All right, there's just so then I can avoid a lawsuit. Okay, but again, all right, I want to really fucking clarify. Okay, fuck H3 for fucking doing that. Okay, I'm glad that more H3 fans are seeing like just how disingenuous this motherfucker is. Okay, just FYI, in case you don't know what's going on, basically H3 released a video on Destiny. All right, a video in which the second half of the video contained DMs from somebody that wasn't even fucking Rose in the first place. Okay, again, I cannot stress this enough. It is from another person who is not Rose, and they painted it as someone who is Rose, okay? Listen, if we're gonna talk lawsuits, maybe Destiny should sue H3 for defamation, right? Because guess what? I don't think there's a redaction going on. I don't think the new video contains any kind of redact, right? If anything, I mean, they should be sued for defamation if we're gonna go lawsuit to lawsuit, right? I'm sure Destiny has enough money to do that as well, okay? So I'm just saying, be careful, all right? Because the thing is that, again, they are spreading false information. They probably found out, and then they probably doubled down on it, okay? So I'm just saying, that doesn't look very good, okay? I'm just saying.
About this so many times, but anytime somebody used to call me an orbiter, back when I would, like, occasionally have a conversation with Destiny, I would tell those people, I don't like that label. I really don't like that label. Like,
he did redact and apologize for the wrong. Wait, did he actually? Okay, cool. Oh wait, did he also apologize for one of his TV producer persons saying like, oh, Destiny knew that she was a minor. Did he also apologize for that one? Because that is horrible to say also as well. All right, like if you did any kind of bare minimum of research on Kiwi farms or something like that, you would know that it is not proven at all that Destiny knew that she was a minor back then. All right, but okay, that's a very important part as well to correct. But yeah, we'll see.
I am my own person. I have been doing content for 15 years. I don't orbit anyone. I know that you don't. I knew that at the time they weren't meaning it to be demeaning, but it was more like a term of affection for DGG. But I would always tell people, I don't like that label. Please stop calling me that. I really don't like that. And so this clip was like a month and a half ago or whatever. And like I was saying, I don't follow the court case. There were a couple things that came out in the court case that for like a brief moment in time got me to think to myself, I never got to a point where I was like, oh, Destiny's fully exonerated. But there were a couple things that came out in some of the transcripts or whatever that made me think like, okay, maybe there's other angles to the story. And the whole like
it's fine if you're like a fucking wait and see Andy, right? But the thing is that like there is one side here, and there is one side here that is clearly pro releasing the transcript, and the other side is anti releasing the transcript. You can no longer cite privacy reasons because the people who are against releasing the transcript are also sided with the same people who are pro doxing, right? And pro doxing anybody who is even loosely associated with Destiny. So the thing is that it's hypocrisy upon hypocrisy. It is insane up in this bitch. But yeah, Tom Fuller trying to get an audience bump. I think he's mad that Destiny raids Foodshops. Tom was coping about that on stream last night. Okay, can you link me and timestamp me, please? Thank you. I like seeing people who are angry, okay? It makes me happy. All right.
Idea when I say what I'm about to say was like, okay, there's nothing wrong with just backing off and just waiting for more information and then coming to an informed.
I think Hutch doesn't like you anymore after you tried tricking him into talking to people like Queeman. I literally said to him, I don't think Queeman is good faith. I said that verbatim. I literally told him, I don't think Queeman is good faith. I said that he'll probably like offer you some semblance of good faith in the okay, hold on. I don't even believe you. I don't even think Hutch dislikes me, okay? You're gonna have to show me proof that he dislikes me, but okay.
Opinion at that point. However, there's still enough things that Destiny does. And there's still enough thing that Destiny did in the context of this particular case that have made me uncomfortable to the point where I don't want to be
I have to be careful now because from now on, I feel like I just have to demand evidence for everything. Just mainly because now I have so many eyes on me, including every single like Destiny anti-fan, including Kiwi friends, including everything, right? So I don't want to sound like a fucking idiot and say something that is like provably false or something. But yeah.
Associated with that. And so that's what this is. Hold on. Thinking about the Destiny situation.
Also, like one of Hutch's mods are still watching me, and as far as I'm concerned, he never said that Hutch has a problem with me. Otherwise, I feel like he would have said that, right? So I don't even think that's the case. Anyway.
A little bit more, guys. I've been thinking about that situation a little bit more. I don't regret distancing myself from something that was very radioactive. Like, every creator has to consider their own reputation and their own like brand. Did they add music to this, or was the music in the background? That's not a moral calculation. It's just like a necessary calculation that every creator has to make. What I do think I regret was like talking about it in detail. I think looking back, I wish I would have just put that space and just not talked about it. So that's what that clip was.
I mean, like, what, like, the extent in which Hutch was talking about Destiny is fucking fine, okay? Don't ever let these, like, fucking anti-fan losers bully you into not talking about it, right? Like, the thing is that if you want to talk about it, then fine. If you don't want to talk about it, then that's also your choice, right? But your choice on doing anything shouldn't be dependent on what kind of pressure anti-fans should put on you, right? The more you let them bully you around, the more they feel like you're somebody who can actually be pushed around, right? So the thing is that it just seems like to me that it's just, yeah, why should you give terrorists any kind of complacency, right? Yeah.
That's all that was. And Ogre Boy is in their minds, this is evidence that I was teeing up, like, rebuilding the bridge. This is their evidence for that I was angling to try to get back in Destiny's orbit, which I would not accept that framing at all. However, you know, if I'm gonna give like another take on this, Lonerbox recently talked about the situation, and he described something that I had already been thinking kind of independently. He unpacked things in a way that, again, it was something that I had already been thinking, but he's much more articulate, and so he was able to sort of like organize his thoughts better than I was. I saw the clip on Reddit. Let me see. I'll another time I'll.
Is it Lonerbox talking about how Rose was involved, and Rose wasn't somebody who was part of the Sharing Nudes network? I mean, but now what we know is that, like, Rose was actually part of the Sharing Nudes network, or whatever the fuck. Being whether or not she was underage or not, it doesn't really matter, because she is part of that network, and Destiny believed her to be at the time 19, right? So the thing is that, like, even then, I feel like Lonerbox's argument is a little bit defeated. No.
Try to look up and find the clip.
Who knows?
Even if there are certain things that came out during the trial that got me to look at things a little bit differently.
I've watched the H3 video. No, I typically save videos for blind reactions on stream. But, you know.
There's still enough public information that led me to feel uncomfortable with and disapproving of, like, the things that Destiny did. Like, besides all this other, like, new information that maybe changes one thing over here, but whatever. Like,
yeah.
This clip is not me saying, like, oh my God, I regret throwing him under the bus and I wish I could go back in his orbit. This clip was just simply like, I wish I wouldn't have dived into the particular details. That's all that was. And then he posted another clip. They keep posting this clip, you guys, and it's such a fucking nothing burger.
You ready for an actual spicy question? I don't know who this is.
Sure.
Okay, all right. Would you be willing to rebuild the Bridge of Destiny?
I try not to take really absolutist positions on anything, except for Aquaman. I think, you know, I think the short answer.
Yes. We know that you're a DC fan. Okay, Green Lantern theory, Aquaman. Okay, I just don't like, dude. All right.
So that
we
would
know
be,
you're
yeah,
a
but
DC
like,
fan.
it really just depends on a lot of things. Like,
I'm a guy.
I want to see
I'm a guy.
more information come out during this trial.
Okay, so
I've had people privately reach out and relay.
you're
The clip cuts off at just like the worst time, but I go into more detail. And the context was
Ogre Boy is like a fucking Hutch anti-fan, dude. Fuck me, dude. Dude, what are these losers? Holy shit.
it's like, you guys know I am a addict in recovery, right? Like most people know that about me. I have at various times in my adult life struggled with moderation and substance abuse. When I drink and when I do drugs, I just want to keep drinking and keep doing drugs. That's what it is to be an addict, right? And so then I found the rooms of recovery, and in those rooms, you hear people talk about very dark things. In an NA meeting, you might hear someone talk about some horrible thing that they did to someone else. They might have abused someone. They might have like punched their spouse at some point. They might have stolen from their parents. Like you hear all kinds of stories.
Or rape them.
And then in those rooms, like you learn, I think, a bit of humility and you learn a bit of grace. So if someone gets on a better
Why do I have a symbol next to your name? Because you're the millionth person to visit me. I'm kidding. I don't know.
path, if someone can make horrible mistakes, and then if they get on a better path, they can find redemption and actually try to be a better person, which is something that I thought that leftists care about that. Like, I thought that leftists believe in rehabilitative justice. I thought that leftists believe that people don't need to be defined by the mistakes that they make in life. Isn't that like a core tenet of leftism? Aren't you supposed to believe that people can be redeemed, that they don't?
No. You don't understand, okay? We are against capital punishment unless someone is being annoying to me on Twitter, okay? You don't, listen, that's the rules. I don't make that up, all right? You are for rehabilitation until someone is annoying to you on Twitter.
Don't need to be defined by the worst thing they ever did. That's what that clip was. And in the longer version of that clip, I talk about my experience knowing people that have admitted to doing horrible things, but are good people that I am glad to call friends. Like I'm friends with dozens of people that have done horrible things in their addiction. And so in the longer version of that clip, I think I allude to, it really depends on a lot of things. Like if somebody makes a horrible mistake, but then they take responsibility for their actions, then I'm not going to permanently close a bridge on anyone. I mean that like almost literally.
Oh, okay. So he's still technically open for a bridge with destiny in a way. 5 years from now, I guess.
Like,
all right.
If Hassan woke up one day and decided that he felt like he was a destructive force in politics, and he started to do like an honest appraisal of himself.
By the way, I just want to say I don't think the 5 years thing is entirely honest. Okay, for those of you who are saying that, I'm pretty sure he doesn't really fully stand by that. I'm pretty sure he just threw something out there because he wasn't thinking about like making a comment when somebody was asking about it in the chat or something. But I'm pretty sure that's not like. He just threw a random number out there. I don't think that he's actually meaning that. But like, listen, all right, it's just whatever. I don't care.
And came to a conclusion that he wants to be a glorious lib. I would fucking open a bridge to that person. That's all that meant. But these fucking sycophantic, parasocial psychos heard me answer that question in that way, and they're like, "Oh my god, bro." He's like angling for a new space in Destiny's orbit, and it's like, dude. Anyways, generally.
Hello? What is there to gang off of being a orbit? Okay, I mean, I did gang off of orbiting Destiny right now, but like the thing is that like it's so crazy to me how like it's like, what is there to gang? Like, I mean, the thing is that like, sure, you can say, oh, you're gonna get a career or something like that, right? Still, even now, right? But the thing is that you're kind of hard capping yourself, right? Because the thing is that now, if you ever want to expand past some point, anyone can just say, oh, well, you're a Destiny orbit, you orbit Destiny before, you were associated with Destiny before, and that's it. That's the end of your career. You can't go any higher than that, right? Because anyone can just point that out. So, like, to me, it's just trying to worm your way, Jesus. I don't know.
Generally speaking,
stupid
I
point.
find Destiny to be pretty radioactive a lot of the times. especially given
Also
the
just-
recent stuff.
I didn't mean to click that. I'm sorry.